The veil of night over Moscow on October 9, 2025, was rent asunder by the relentless hum of Ukrainian drones, marking what many analysts are calling the most audacious and extensive strike on the Russian capital since the war's early days. As the clock struck 2 a.m., the city's outskirts erupted in a cacophony of explosions, tracer fires streaking across the sky like vengeful comets. Russian air defenses, strained by the sheer volume of the assault, claimed to have intercepted 251 drones across western Russia, with at least 44 bearing down on Moscow alone. 8 F-89A2 But those that pierced the net sowed chaos. Fires bloomed in industrial zones, power flickered in residential blocks, and the once impregnable heart of the Russian Empire trembled under the weight of retaliation. Eyewitness videos, flooding platforms like X and Telegram, captured the pandemonium, a low-flying shadow dodging Pantsir missiles before detonating against a fuel depot, igniting a blaze that painted the horizon in infernal orange. "It's like the stars are falling," one resident posted from her Kolomna balcony, her words timestamped amid the wail of. The barrage, codenamed Phoenix Ascendant by Ukrainian sources, represented a quantum leap in Kyiv's deep strike capabilities. Evolving from rudimentary FPV quadcopters to AI-guided swarms with ranges exceeding 1,000 kilometers, these drones, bolstered by Western tech and homegrown ingenuity, targeted the sinews of Russia's war machine. The Technopolis Moscow Innovation Cluster, a sprawling nexus of drone assembly and munitions storage, took the heaviest hits. Satellite imagery from OSINT analysts showed craters scarring production floors, where half-built Shahed clones lay mangled amid twisted girders. 730 secondary explosions rocked the Alabuga plant nearby, spewing plumes of black smoke that drifted toward the city center, blotting out the moon. In Bryansk and Kursk, border regions hammered by over half the swarm, power stations and explosives factories fared no better. Videos verified by BBC teams depicted heat signatures flaring at the Klintsy facility, where flames devoured transformers and plunged thousands into darkness. AB-8 F-70 Ukrainian General Staff claims tallied strikes on an ammo plant, oil terminal in occupied Crimea, and a weapons depot of Russia's 18th Combined Arms Army, choking logistics lines that feed the grinding advance in Donbass. 57A8C1. Chaos cascaded through the capital like a domino chain. At 2:17 a.m., the first alerts shattered the sleep of New Moscow's suburbs, where affluent high-rises abut fortified factories. Residents like Elena Petrova, a 34-year-old engineer, fled to basements as shockwaves rattled facades, her ex-post capturing the surreal glow, debris everywhere, like fiery rain. "This is our city burning." 9D73A6 The MKAD Ring Road, lifeline to the core, clogged with evacuees and emergency convoys, ambulances weaving through gridlock under strobing lights. In Voskresensk, a drone fragment sparked a fire that claimed 2 lives, a child and his grandmother, their home reduced to charred timbers by dawn. C9F6A6 Kolomna's chemical works released fumes that sent 5,000 fleeing, eyes streaming and throats raw, while Belgorod reeled from rocket follow-ups that killed 2 more after drone-induced blackouts felled power grids. 48 F615 Moscow's airports shuttered temporarily, airspace locked down as 46 drones probed from the west, the largest incursion since Mach's deadly raids that felled. By sunrise on October 10, the toll etched itself in stark relief. Mayor Sergei Sobyanin, in a string of telegram dispatches, tallied 34 drones downed by 9 a.m., with debris littering Pokrovskoye village southwest of the center. 2674B7 hospitals overflowed, 150 treated for shrapnel, burns, and inhalation. Corridors echoing with the moans of workers from the struck plants. Ivan Kuznetsov, a 52-year-old supervisor at Technopolis, perished in the initial blast, his final call to family a ghostly echo, "It's just a drill, stay safe." His widow's interview, smuggled past censors, humanized the statistics: 18 dead nationwide, hundreds injured in a night that blurred frontlines and homeland. BFD 154 in annexed Crimea, the Feodosia oil terminal, a 250,000-ton behemoth fueling Moscow's Crimea garrison, erupted in flames, heat maps confirming the inferno's roar long after the drones faded. E4B2E7 Orenburg's Orskneftorgsynthese refinery and Perm's chemical giant, hit in parallel waves, idled operations, slashing refining capacity by another 10% amid August's cumulative. Footage from the fray, a torrent of user-generated clips, wove a visceral narrative. Shaky cams on X showed S-400 batteries, freshly redeployed from Grozny to Moscow, unleashing salvos, their booms reverberating like thunder. 0D4A61 One viral reel, racking 1 million views, depicted a Temu drone, a cheap, swarming UAV, slipping nets to crater a convoy, vehicles somersaulting in slow-motion fireballs. 4D78D9 Ukrainian operators, from Kyiv's bunkers, hailed the OPAs, swarm therapy, their thermobaric payloads engineered for precision carnage, maximum structural ruin, minimal sprawl. President Volodymyr Zelensky, in a bunker address amid reciprocal blackouts, thundered against Russia's 12-hour barrage of 595 drones and 48 missiles that killed 4 in Kyiv the prior night. D39,496, vile escalation demands vile response, he declared, invoking Bucha's ghosts and Mariupol's ruins. Their fire on our homes. We return it calibrated. BO9040 on X, Ukrainian voices crowed, Dear Moscow, if you smell smoke, that's us. If you hear buzzing, that's us too. 0CA8F5. This onslaught capped a fortnight of aerial duels, Ukraine's drone fleet, now churning 50,000 units monthly from basement labs, flipping the script on Russia's attrition doctrine. Since September's 46 drone probe, strikes have escalated, 84 downed on October 6, 200 plus on the 7th, each wave probing deeper. 69347 CB98DD3 economists peg the night's damage at $300 million, gutting Shahed production and starving Donbass fuel lines where Russian gains stall over corpses in the mud, per leaked conscript audio. Russia's bluster, Lavrov's UN saber rattling, Putin's deflection of an Azerbaijan Airlines crash too, drone interference, masked cracks, S-400 reallocation signal depletion, while NATO decries, irresponsible, incursions over Poland and Denmark. D8034 F645 EBC in Brussels, emergency huddles pledged jamming tech, Trump, pre-Zelensky UN meet, tweeted of a drone derby, begging endgame, a 22 F-57. Muscovites, bastion of regime loyalty, confronted the war's bite. X erupted. State bots decried. NATO puppets, wild dissidents mocked, hardliner generals watching Temu drones buzz the Kremlin. D0D44F Pushkin Square saw fleeting protests, no blood for Putin's skies, crushed by Oman batons. Yet resilience flickered. Volunteers from Tula and Ryazan hauled hoses to blaze lines, their trucks grinding through checkpoints. Shelters brimmed with shared tales over instant noodles, a graffiti phoenix, wings of flame, rising, adorned a scarred overpass. For Kyiv, it was vindication, parody in terror, where Moscow's metros halt as Kyiv's do, and the aggressor's hearth warms to invasion's chill. As October 12 dawned, 2 days post-strike, the acrid haze lingered, helicopters sluicing embers from Technopolis husks. Streets reopened warily, metro resuming with outer ring delays, cafes murmuring over scorched headlines. Memorials sprouted, flowers at Voskresenskoye's ruin, a child's fiery bird sketch on a lamp post. Clean up unearthed drone husks, Western chips fused with Ukrainian code, Cyrillic labels mocking in slag. Exiles and hacks fed global watchers, from Wall Street's oil spike jitters to Beijing's op-eds on Moscow's fray. EU aid surged, jammers inbound, while Russia's riposte loomed, whispers of Iskander volleys, tactical nukes in doctrine dust. But amid geopolitics churn, the ground truth endured. In Bryansk basements, families rationed flashlight beams, in Moscow wards, survivors clutched melted relics. War's drone epic had equalized agony, civilians pawns in algorithmic grudge. Engineers in Lviv toasted Horilka, plotting, ascendant too, Kremlin war rooms redrew radar webs, doctrine dented by garage genius. The assault hadn't felled the spires, but it scorched illusions, no redoubt eternal, no sky sovereign. Embers smoldered, heralding a horizon where reckoning, long deferred, ignited anew. The strikes, echoes rippled far. Denmark's CV-90 pivot to Ukraine, laced with drone pleas, nodded to the swarm's sway. B4121C in Warsaw, a detained saboteur, Volodymyr Z, hinted at hybrid shadows. As Putin pledged crash compensation, tying it to air defense glitches, the irony bit, the hunter, harried. For ordinary souls, commuters skirting debris, mothers in Kyiv dodging reprisals, rhetoric rang tinny. October 9 etched a pivot. Ukraine's fire, once defensive flicker, now Moscow's pyre. The war, unbound, marched inward, each buzz a step toward the abyss.